Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Johanna. For those of you who are new here, welcome. For those of you who are returning, welcome back. In today's video, we're going to do a quick video for my Hues of 2022 collab. And if that is of interest to you, please stay tuned. Okay, I say a quick video because I'll do just a little bit of coloring, but more so, the focus of this video will be on swatching some colors. I know, right? Have you been kidnapped, Johanna? You don't do that. But yes, I'll talk about why in just a bit. Now, the Hues of 2022 collab is what I'm doing with my friends here on YouTube. That would be Sara, Rhys, and Jamie. I will link all of their channels below. This is something we're doing every even month in 2022. If you are interested in participating, you can certainly do that on Instagram. Just use the hashtag Hues of 2022 collab. You can use any coloring book, but we do have specific coloring palettes that we are using on a monthly basis for the months that we are doing this. For the month of August, we are doing a back to school color palette. And so I wanted to swatch some colors to get primary back to school colors. That's the focus that I'm going to be doing. I also chose to do it in here. Pixie of Pixie's Projects is doing completeariavale hashtag for the next 14 months, starting July 2022. There are 14 pictures in this book. She gifted this to me for my birthday, which was a lovely birthday present. And every month she's going to choose a different picture to color so that by the end of the 14 months, you're going to have a completed coloring book. And because the picture that she chose was this one right here and reminded her of like a back to school registration, that's why I thought it'd be perfect to line these two things up, just because back to school registration, back to school colors, bada bing, bada boom. I think I actually said that wrong, but whatever. Okay, so now that I know the page, let me pick out some alcohol markers. All right, so this is it says Linnean on the bag, but the actual marker itself says Shuttle Art. So I'm just calling these Shuttle Art markers, and I want specific colors. Is there a test page? Yes, there is. So let's try to be a little specific about this. So I want red, I want blue, I want green, I want yellow, orange, purple. Is that all the primary colors that there are? That looks like the colors of the rainbow. Okay. Now, you guys are probably wondering, why are you swatching? Well, because I want specific primary colors. I want them to be as bright and vivid as possible. And because I don't generally swatch, that's where we're gonna kind of test things out right now. So here are some yellows. There's that one there. And there's this one here. So that was 37 and that one was 35. I actually like both of those, so we're gonna keep them. And let's look for some oranges. So fluorescent orange and tiger lily. And that's how I pick colors, by the caps. And if it doesn't come out exactly how I want it to, well, you know, I'll just switch up how I see it in my head. 122 and 211. I like both of those. Let's see if we can look for one more. And that is dark neo pink. Definitely looks more like a salmon to me. See, like this here says brown, but the cap looks orange. No, that's not brown. But I also kind of like that color. Let's add that to the contenders. Because honestly, I just want 2 of every color. Okay. So I think those are some good contenders right there. Let's look at some bright greens. So this is 242. That's nice. I think for greens, because I think there was a lot of foliage, whatever, on the page, we'll use 3. But we do want them to be distinct because I don't plan to do any kind of additional shading by way of pencil. So I would like some different tones. I love these kind of kiwi apple green colors, but I don't think that's primary enough. $124. Let's do one more. Spectrum green. Yeah, I think those are the 3 contenders. There's enough tones between these 3 that they'll be interesting. Okay, so let's go for some bright blues. That's a nice color. Royal blue. 70. And I think that is more teal. I don't know that I want that. Cerulean blue. Let's put it next to each other. Oh no, that's nice. Those are nice colors. Okay, and reds. Vivid red, cherry pink, geranium, and carmine. Let's see how they stack against each other. That's definitely more orangey red. Okay. That's a nice one. That's vivid red. That's number 4. Oh, I like that one too. That's 5. Cherry pink. And 15 is geranium. Now this is the brightest red, so I like this one. And I like number 4. I actually don't know if we're going to be using a lot of red on the page, so those 2 should be sufficient. I can always add colors. It's just because I am looking for a very specific color palette. That's why I thought this would be interesting, because normally I don't do this. I just put things on a page and go from there. So that color I swatched, 82, and it's hard to see, 82, this is 81, this is deep violet, this is light violet. I like those 2. So this is lavender. So those would be our purples. And browns are not primary, are they? Do they come in a Crayola 12 pack? Let's say they do. So let's do brown. And this might, oh no, that's nice. What is that? Brown gravy, of course. It's a nice color and it's delicious. Now let's see if we can pick something more browny. We've got natural oak, which pulls a little red, and chestnut brown. Ooh, that's nice. 98. And, oh, no, I like that too. 91. That's a lot of markers. Okay, well, I think we're going to go with this, what you see here on the desk. Oh no, we wanted to pick some oranges. But why? This is my page. Okay. All right, so let me move this behemoth right here and move these to the side and we'll get started. Okay, so yeah, there is a bit of green on here. I thought there was some wood elements, so that's good. Now it's difficult because this doesn't lean towards a primary color palette to me. This looks more like it should be in greens and browns versus oranges and reds and yellows and whatnot. So we're gonna just make this picture fit us. And how do we do that? Because it's probably going to look more like a registration for like a kindergarten based on these colors. So let's do some layering. I don't know if you guys care about the colors itself. I know I said I was going to color leaves, but we're actually going to color the brickwork. I should just use the fine tip. These markers I did get from Amazon during the 2021 Prime days, and I didn't actually start using them until recently. And I have to say, I love the color range of these markers. Up until that point, mostly what I have been using is Ohuhus. Alcohol markers are difficult for me to get here in Hawaii. Not impossible, clearly, but it is difficult because a lot of the ones on Amazon say they won't ship here. I don't know why, but I live in Hawaii, and there are a few things on Amazon that I can't get because of that. And so when I can find an alcohol marker set, I do like to pick them up. And this was going to be my backup set, but my original Ohuhus are still going strong. I will need to go through those and see what still works and what doesn't, because I really should just be cycling between the two marker sets that I have. But I want these actually to be red, but I'm going to put down a layer of orange and then put red on top. Just so that the undercoat of highlighter is there. And let's use this one that's called brown for this one, just so that there's a difference. Not much of a difference, but hopefully when we come in with the reds, it'll make the difference there. And I won't be completing this page with you guys. In fact, I have quite a few videos I need to film today. But I did want to show you the process of swatching. For a lot of the ones, or a lot of the people I see here on YouTube that have coloring book channels, a lot of you are swatchers, and so you'd already have a book of things you've swatched. To me, it doesn't make sense, because unless I have a page of every single coloring book that I want to do alcohol marker work in, the tones can be different based on the type of paper and the color of the paper. Plus, you're coloring, but you're not coloring. And because I have a finite amount of time I can color before I start dealing with pain, it just doesn't make sense for me to waste that. I'm very much, all right, I need a blue, let's do a blue. But because I am going for a very specific color palette, that's why I wanted to swatch with you guys. If ever, like, my friends sometimes DM me color palettes to use, then I'll sort of do that same process where I will just go through and try to match up the colors, usually on the page or in the back of the book if possible, just because the game element is what's exciting to me about that, and I'm willing to put in the effort to find a very close match versus just having something on standby because I'll never look at it. I don't generally use color palettes other people have chosen or created, like online. I know Pinterest has a ton of color palettes, but I look at a picture and I feel, okay, this should be this, this, and this, and then I just go from there. Okay, so let me show you some of what I meant by using some of the reds, just to bring in some depth and interest. I'm not going for realism. I don't know if it's it's an interesting concept, right? Because you've got these animals in very human settings, but they're both naked, which is generally a bit frowned upon in human settings. So it's I think those anthropomorphic type things. I've heard words about what this is. Okay, so that's interesting. And I'm not trying to get rid of all of the color. I'm just trying to make it look interesting. The light source, I don't even know where the light source is, but more often than not, I will put the heaviest saturation of color on the left and kind of fade it out to the right. And my mind tells me, well, so long as you consistently do that, then you'll be fine. I don't know if that's actually how light works. It might not. But who cares? By the time this is done, you're not going to be looking at specific brickwork. You're just going to look at the overall picture and you're like, oh, Johanna, my goodness, that's so interesting. Or, oh my goodness, Johanna, what a train wreck. What were you thinking? But either way, you're going to be looking. And isn't that half the battle sometimes? Okay, so see, now when it's facing different directions, then what do I do? Well, let's actually do the same thing. The heaviest on the left, fading out to the right. And you're like, oh, Johanna, oh, sweetie, oof, no, what are you doing? That's not, guys, come on now, come on now. You know I don't have a plan. So whatever we get is what we get. Okay, so what color was that? I think that was that weird brown, right? Yeah, it was. I don't like that. Oh, but I like that. So let's just do a little bit of a layer like that. And we can say that it transitions better. That actually kind of sounds and looks right. I've learned in my professional career that if you say something with confidence, even if it's not true, because I'm not trying to lie. I don't want you guys to think I'm just lying to you. But if you say it with confidence and it's not true, then you can always apologize later, right? So it's a heartfelt. I thought I knew what I was talking about, but clearly I didn't. But you'll give people the sense of confidence that you are not just a rank amateur. You are not just a hobbyist fooling around with coloring books and alcohol markers. And you actually have a plan. Right? Because perception is everything. That does not look half bad, guys. I tell you what. All right, let's see if we can be clever. and see if we can cast some shadows. I don't want to go too crazy cuckoo nuts because I don't know how this is going to dry. Because if it dries just slightly darker, again, are we going for works of art that will hang in a museum forever and ever, like Michelangelo or Da Vinci? No. Are we trying to complete a page that goes for some hashtags? Why, yes. Yes, we are. I'm not gonna lie, that brown makes it pop. And whoever says that, oh, brown makes it pop. Nobody, not ever. Oh, straight lines would help. Oh, that's looking good. Look at us being creative, sounding like we know what we're doing. It's going to get to that point, though, where I'm like, oh, that looks so good. Oh, no. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that. I think we're good. Are we good? Are we good? I think we're good. It helps if you can. Oh, that looks like it's, oh, I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of impressed with myself. I really am. That looks good. It also looks like this school is on fire. It is, but in the best possible way. All right, well, that's the end of this video. That's all I want to do with you guys. If you want to see what this looks like completed, either check me out on Instagram, because I will post this before the end of the month, and or check out my completed pages video that will probably go up mid-September for August, because I can't seem to get it together before then. But yeah, this is it so far. Thank you to Sara, Rhys, and Jamie for participating in this collab with me. Again, if you're interested, you can participate as well. The color palettes for the rest of the year are in the description box below. All right, guys, well, that's it for me for now. And as always, aloha.